Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Jerry with the GT Coalition. Today we're going to be checking out another bike in my collection. This happens to be my 2014 GT Zaskar Carbon Comp. Originally this was a bike that was offered as a complete build-up performance, but somebody purchased this and sold it on eBay just as a frame. When I was talking to the seller, this bike was too big for them, and so what they did is they bought another frame. I don't know if it was another GT, and he just swapped over the parts. So they sold this frame for a pretty good price. I got it for about closer to $350, but the complete build came out to under $900, so that was pretty good. And I'll go over a lot of the specs on this bike. One is I wanted to keep this bike under budget. As you can tell, it's a 29er wheel set with Maxxis, not Maxxis, the Continental Cross King tires on here. And I don't run them wide. I actually like narrow, pretty slim tires. These are the 2.2s, as you can tell here. This is a really nice budget fork. I got it on clearance just because it runs a quick release, and a lot of the more premium bikes are going through axle, as you see now. So this RockShox Recon fork, it's a really nice, reliable fork. It doesn't have remote lockout. I didn't really care too much for it because I can reach the knob on this, no problem. And I went with some brakes, which are the Shimano M355s, and with the Shimano BR3, M355s, I got those like for real cheap, because they were for sale at a place called Recycled Cycles, and I think the pair came out to maybe like 30 some bucks. So that was pretty inexpensive. This wheel set that was on clearance, a Shimano wheel set. I actually like Shimano wheel sets because of the center lock design, the center lock mechanism that they have for just locking in your rotors. And because they're quick release, as I've mentioned before, and a lot of new premium bikes are going with through axles and even wider than 135s. For under, I think I got this wheel set for 150 bucks. And then the crank set, and this is a simple 1x9 setup here, and I think the crank set ran me about actually under $100 brand new. The race face chesters are about a $55 part, even a ballpark. I had an XT derailleur sitting around, so that was easy. And I had, because a lot of my bikes run 9-speed cassettes, I had a spare, so I managed to throw that on with a spacer, because this is actually up to a 10-speed rear. Another cool part is this is an Altera stem. It came off my GT Zaskar Carbon Pro from 2018. It had a longer stem. I didn't like it, so when I changed out the stem on my Carbon Pro, I just threw this on. And also, this is a generic handlebar. It's you can find it on eBay for like 10 bucks. It takes a month to get here because it was coming out of China. And also, as you can tell, I think, there's this lettering here. It's the price for the brake lever. I bought that at Recycled Cycles used for $10, and it's janky now. No wonder they got rid of it. So at some point I'm gonna have to replace this. When I do, I will probably change that out to a 10-speed. Here it comes with the race face grips and a basic FSA headset. I love these race face half Nelson grips. They offer them in different colors, and they're really tacky and all weather. I think my next plan is I'm gonna change out these brakes. They're really weak. I have it set up moto style, so my front brake, or some Australians like this the setup with the front brake on the right. I occasionally like that too, especially on bikes that are a little bit weaker with their brakes, because my right hand's stronger, and I like being able to have a little more power on a front brake, so I use my strongest hand, and that's why it's set up like that. Here I run another Pro Logo saddle, and you'll see that in a lot of the bikes that I have. I always run Pro Logo. This is the 147 width one because I got my sit bones measured, and this is about roughly the appropriate size. Down here it runs a basic, it's a Bontrager. It came with the bike. The previous owner threw that in for me, and I was able, and it works. This will get replaced out with a dropper really soon, so I can do some really fun stuff on here without having to manually having an airplane fly over my head. No, I'm kidding. But it's I'm gonna put a dropper post on here, and then it will have to run external just because the internal routing in here, there's no there's internal routing, as you can tell, but not for a seat post. So I'll just do an external route the cable through the top tube and just attach the remote onto the handlebar, and that should be fine. I think overall though, for anybody that can find a GT Zaskar Carbon Comp frame for sale, I think a good price point is about the same that I bought it for. If you're only getting the frame only, if you're getting a complete build and it's in good condition, I think maybe the $600, $700 mark is a good price point. And of course, you just want to inspect the bike, make sure it doesn't have any cracks, because a lot of cracks on these bikes are pretty detrimental. And also what you'll find interesting about this bike is it used to live a life as a performance exclusive bike, and that means back in the day, Performance Bike used to sell this bike, but in their specs. So anytime you go to a Performance bicycle shop or you look at their website and it says Performance exclusive underneath the bike, it means that it's a bike that the manufacturer has spec'd for Performance bicycle, so they can sell it at a lower price point. And back in the day, they had, I forgot what the specs were on this bike, but that Performance had, but it was like kind of middle of the run stuff like SLX and stuff, and nothing. I don't think there was anything really XT or XTR on there, and the price point was close to roughly about the $2,000 mark. But for those of you that have any questions about the GT Zaskar Carbon Comp, feel free to ask me any questions that you folks have, and I'll try to get back to you on my channel. But other than that, I appreciate your help. So alright, thanks for watching. I will see you guys later. Bye.